Hello, my name is H.A. Pruitt and I'm the author of the Anathalian series, and in this video I'm going to do a book review. If you read a book, please review books. It's so important for authors. It helps us out so much. It spreads the word about our books. It gets our books seen more on the platforms that they're sold on. It just helps us so much. So please, if you read a book, review a book. So the book I'm going to review today is called The Stolen Kingdom by Bethany, I'm going to say her name wrong and I'm sorry, Atazadeh. I'll put her name up at some point in this video so you can read it rather than hear me say it badly. Bethany Atazadeh, The Stolen Kingdom. Okay, so the genre is fantasy. I think it might be a romance. After reading, I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be a romance or not. It was supposed to be a retelling of Aladin, and I would say the age would be YA or NA. So, what it's about: Arie is the princess of Hodafez, and when a king of a different country tries to marry her to steal the kingdom, she runs away to stop the marriage. That leads to her meeting Kadin, who is on a mission that might help Arie achieve her goals. So before I say anything else, I got this book for free when it was on sale, and because I got it because a lot of people have said they really love this series. It's, I think, The Stolen Key. I'm not sure. This is The Stolen Kingdom. I know there's the Jenny Key. I think there's 4 total in the series. I'll tell more accurately in a minute after I get done with my review. But I've seen so many people say they love this book. They gave it 5 stars. They just raved about it. So I really wanted to see what it was about. And Bethany Atazadeh has this YouTube channel, and she gives really awesome tips about how to format books and everything like that and different stuff. And so I was like, okay, this is going to be great because everybody says it's great. But I think that it was just my taste in books because I didn't really like this book. I'm not a romance or a retelling person, and the strong female character really came off as a jerk and selfish to me. Just her choices and her actions. There's nothing wrong with strong females, but she just seemed like a jerk over and over again and really selfish. And like I said, I know other readers do like those aspects, so it's probably just my taste in books why I didn't like this book. So I'm going to tell you why I did and didn't like it, so maybe you can get your opinion of it without just saying, well, if she didn't like it, I didn't like it. You may like it for the reasons I didn't. Okay, so it felt like the main characters, Arie and Kadin, were both set on the goal, but when one met that goal, it was disappointing, yet the lesson of that wasn't emphasized, and the other goal was just kind of disappeared after that. The characters who were initially set up as very driven seemed to just forget about what they wanted. And that is hard to describe because, like, I don't want to give away the plot if you want to read the book, but it just seemed like they just, like I said, it seemed like one forgot about their goal, and it seemed like there could have been a really good lesson in one of them not meeting their goal, but the lesson wasn't emphasized, so it was just kind of like, oh, that was just, they tried to meet their goal and they failed, and it just seemed like that was about it. So it just felt kind of disappointing there, and I expected more, but there wasn't. Yeah, so that's one reason why I didn't really enjoy it. The end was disappointing and made me dislike a major character. I don't know if I can say much more about that without giving things away, but like, yeah, I just don't know if I can say more about that. The end was disappointing. I expected it to end one way, but it didn't. And there's other books in the series. I don't know if they're chronological or not. I don't know if this is the first one. I don't know. So maybe it continues, but just how it ended just re-emphasized why I didn't like Arie very much. And the I don't want to give stuff away. And the strong female aspects, how it seemed that there were just these agendas behind it, and it just was so, the book was just so intent on making this point about this certain agenda that it ended up that the plot was sacrificed, and it just kind of like, oh, that's how it ended. Okay, I know this sounds awful. I would hate if someone gave this about my book, but I'm trying to be honest, and I will get to things I do like. And there were a lot of sentence fragments and a lot of over drama. I know a lot of people like sentence fragments and they think they're really gripping and cool. I just don't like sentence fragments, and having a lot of those in a book just makes me feel like somebody's trying really hard to be dramatic, and it just is like vague. And I didn't get a takeaway from the story. I really want a message when I read a book, but other than a possible like agenda, I didn't glean anything from this. Like I said, there was opportunities for messages, and so maybe they're supposed to be subtle. I'm not sure, but it just seemed like the book didn't have a message, like a moral message that it wanted to tell. It just seemed like it had more focus on an agenda than the plot and the message and things like that. And so that's what made it overall not a fun book for me, because it seemed like it was set on focusing on an agenda, and it may not have been. I know that in our culture has so many agendas going, and everybody's trying to make you believe something. And so I know at least I am always like highly on alert for something trying to make me believe a certain way. And so maybe I just like imposed that on this book, and it wasn't trying to do that. And I just saw some, I don't want to say red flags, but flags. Maybe I saw some flags of something similar to something else, and I was like, oh, this book is trying to be this. And maybe it wasn't, maybe it was, I don't know. But just feeling like it was trying, instead of telling a story, to make an agenda, to make a point, a social point. I just didn't enjoy it as a book. Yeah. So if Bethany Atazadeh is watching this, I'm sorry if I was totally wrong and misunderstood your book. And a lot of people love it, so it could just be me. But these are the things I liked about it. The stakes in the books were high enough that I did want to keep reading. I did finish the book. I did keep reading the book. There were characters in the book that I enjoyed, and the stakes, like I said, they were high enough. I wanted to find out what happened. The book was written in a way that I could clearly visualize everything. That was really good. Even now talking about it, clearly got the Aladin vibes. Like I wore my little outfit the best I could do with what I've got. Just like the desert kind of feel, the like scarves and wraps and ornate outfits, and the market streets, I can still visualize those. And the castle scene, I can still visualize that. I can visualize everything really well. So that was really awesome. And pretty dresses, there were pretty dresses that I remember. And I did like Kadin's character, the main male character. I think he was supposed to be the main male character. Now I'm not sure, but I like Kadin's character, and I like Gideon's character a lot. I thought that, I liked the personality of Kadin, and I liked the mystery and the intrigue and the personality of Gideon a lot. So overall, like I said, if someone gave my book this review, I would feel very sad, and it would not be helpful for other readers to want to read it. But if you like YA fantasy romance retellings with strong female characters, try this book out. A lot of other people like it. A lot of people like these things. I think it was just my taste, and I thought it was something else, and it was a free book, so I just got it because it was free. And then when I read it, I was like, oh, this isn't my type of book. So if what I just said does sound like your book, try the book out and see if you like it. Okay, so I wrote down, I'm not going to say her name right, but I wrote down her website, her Instagram, and her YouTube, the author. So her website is www.BethanyAtazadeh.com. That's how you spell that last name. Her Instagram is at author Bethany Atazadeh. Again, you spell that last name Atazadeh, and that's all one thing, no dots, no bars or whatever. And her YouTube channel, which I said is really helpful, and I have used it to help me format my books. And I think she's got a whole lot of other stuff about self-publishing. Her YouTube channel is, and I'll link all these down below too, so you can just click on the link. www.youtube.com/her name, Bethany Atazadeh. And so, that's my book review for The Stolen Kingdom. Like I said, there are 4 books in the series. I don't know if they're all out yet. I just saw a post from her, and some of them had bands on them, so I'm not sure if they're all out or not. But go to her Instagram and find out if that's the kind of book you like, the fantasy romance retellings with strong female characters. Go ahead and try out her books, and watch her YouTube channel to get great tips, find out more about her, and form your own opinions about books. Book reviews are great because they help other readers understand if they might like the book. And reviews like this, like if you're not crazy about a book but you explain why, that also helps other readers think, well, maybe I would like that book because the things they said that they didn't like it, I would like it. So even if you're not crazy about a book, go ahead and review it because it could be helpful to an author. You never know. I hope this is helpful to her as an author. From one author to another, maybe I don't like your book, but I want to support you because I know how hard it is to be an author. So that is my book review of The Stolen Kingdom. Please comment, have you read these books? Did you like them? Did you get the same things I got, or did you get different things? Comment, like, subscribe. Did I say all the things to do? I hope so. And that's all for today. Bye. If you want to know more about Anna Thalian or H.A. Pruitt, please follow me on Instagram at H.A. Pruitt. You can find me on Amazon as an Amazon author, H.A. Pruitt. Please watch my YouTube channel and all my cool videos on my channel, H.A. Pruitt Anna Thalian. You can find me on the Facebook page, H.A. Pruitt Anna Thalian. You can follow me on Goodreads by the name H.A. Pruitt and the book Anna Thalian, or you can go to my website where so much cool stuff about Anna Thalian is. The website is hapruitt.com.